17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
Yeah, that's definitely not where you want to be. I can relate to how past Daniel feels. Like I said, being methodical pays off. I have a really bad feeling about opening the door to this next room now. It's another one of those highly inviting bright rooms. We remember what happened the last time we walked into one of those, don't we? I've begun to realize I like rooms with doors. I can always close the door and know that no one's in the room with me unless I hear it open. Of course, unless there's a secret passage. This game beyond something like that. Yeah, definitely something over here. Add some more. Verify my sanity. Got a bad feeling about this one. Floor plans.
castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the wars. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble, and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
Not a good sign. Somehow I don't think that's Chris Redfield's female medic companion playing the piano. Looks like that way's gone. So yeah, we're in Russia apparently.
May 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light. It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light.
Wow, did whatever he did in that tomb probably screwed just a little bit of something up, don't you think?
I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Let's see what we've got to do here. First things first. Definitely didn't want to do that. As much as I would love to read the rest of that, it looks like I'm getting a little tight on time for today. So let's try to wrap this up. And hopefully it won't end with me dying horribly. I see my exit here, obviously. The room I didn't want to go into before. Time to hit the exit. I think at the exploding pus growing out of the walls, we're going to have to call it a break. And I'll see you boys next time as we continue to play Amnesia: The Dark Descent.